Namaskar and welcome to Express News, where we give you news in quick time. Let's begin. India's President Draupadi Murmu visited Uttar Pradesh's Ayodhya on Wednesday to offer prayers at the Doordarshan temple. President Draupadi Murmu offered prayers at the Hanuman Gari temple in Uttar Pradesh's Ayodhya on her maiden visit to the holy city. President Murmu visited Ayodhya's Saryu Ghat on the evening, for the evening Aarti, and is likely to visit the Ram temple shortly. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a public meeting in Disa region of Gujarat's Banaskantha. He did so on Wednesday. While addressing the rally, PM Modi promised to make India the third largest economy in the world in his third term. Union Home Minister and senior BJP leader Amit Shah held a public meeting in Chhattisgarh today. Addressing the meeting, the minister said that BJP is committed to keeping Naxalism under check in Chhattisgarh under PM Modi, and if PM Modi becomes the Prime Minister for the third term. Uttar Pradesh's Chief Minister and BJP leader Yogi Adityanath held a public rally in Maharashtra today. The BJP MP and party candidate from Sultanpur Lok Sabha constituency, Maneka Gandhi, filed her nomination papers on Wednesday. BJP candidate from Northeast Delhi, Manoj Tiwari, also filed his nomination papers today. India's Congress National General Secretary, Priyanka Gandhi, in fact, held a public meeting in Assam's Dhubri town, and addressing the meeting, she stressed on development for all as the Congress government's priority in all states. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav will address a public meeting in Jaswant Nagar in Etawah district of Uttar Pradesh to support his wife and Mainpuri Lok Sabha candidate Dimple Yadav. The Telugu Desam and Jan Sena on Tuesday released their joint election manifesto for the Andhra Pradesh elections, promising free travel for women in buses, monthly financial assistance of Rs 1,500 to women aged between 18 and 59 years, among others. India's Maharashtra Chief Minister and Shiv Sena Party Chief Eknath Shinde announced son Shrikant Shinde's candidature for the Kalyan Lok Sabha constituency and the former Mayor Naresh Mahaske as the candidate from Thane. Representatives of 18 political parties from 10 countries are arriving in India at the invitation of the Bharatiya Janata Party to get a first-hand experience and insights into the BJP's election campaign. Many schools in India's national capital, New Delhi, and the suburbs also, they received bomb threats via email on Wednesday morning. The Ministry of Home Affairs said that it appeared to be a hoax call and that the Delhi police and security agencies are taking necessary steps as per protocol. The western Indian states of Maharashtra and Gujarat are celebrating their statehood day on Wednesday. President Draupadi Murmu took to social media platform X to extend warm wishes on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended his greetings to celebrate the statehood of Maharashtra and Gujarat. In a post on X, the Prime Minister remembered the glorious legacy and heritage of both states today. Vice Admiral Krishna Swaminathan has taken over as the new Vice Chief of the Naval Staff. He was accorded a ceremonial guard of honor on Wednesday. A torpedo system was successfully flight tested on Wednesday from the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of India's eastern state of Odisha. Business news now. A report released by India's Ministry of Finance on Wednesday showed that the gross goods and services tax, or GST, collection hit a record high in April 2024 at more than $23 billion. The highest ever gross goods and services tax collection represents a 12.4% year-on-year growth, fueled by a significant uptick in domestic transactions and imports. The US Central Bank officials will conclude their latest two-day policy meeting on Wednesday with a new statement from the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell. The Fed is almost certain to hold its benchmark overnight interest rate steady with investors placing nearly 100% probability on that outcome and no support for any changes to the policy rate offered by officials ahead of the meeting. U.S. stock futures index, it fell on Wednesday as downbeat results dragged chip stocks down, and also markets exercised caution ahead of more economic data and the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision later in the day. The dollar edged towards its highest level this year against a basket of peers, and U.S. share futures dipped on Wednesday ahead of the Federal Reserve policy decision. In Sri Lanka, the overall rate of inflation, as measured by the Colombo Consumer Price Index, increased to 1.5% in April 2024. Microsoft will open its first regional data center in Thailand, the tech giant said on Wednesday, as it looks to boost the availability of cloud services. The establishment of a data center comes as Microsoft has committed to training 2.5 million people in Southeast Asia in AI usage by 2025. Elon Musk's abrupt decision to lay off employees who ran Tesla's electric vehicle charging business blindsided automakers gearing up to equip new EVs for customers to use the Tesla supercharger network. The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken met the Israeli President Isaac Herzog. This happened in Tel Aviv. They discussed increasing aid for Gaza. Blinken, on his 7th visit to West Asia since Hamas attacked Israel last October, urged Hamas to agree to a ceasefire and release the Israeli hostages. Blinken also spoke with Israeli protesters demanding the release of their relatives held by Hamas, affirming that the U.S. is committed to securing their release. The Israeli President, Isaac Herzog, thanked the U.S. for its support, emphasizing the urgency of prioritizing the release of hostages by the international community. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reiterated his intention to launch ground operation in the southern Gazan city of Rafah. The U.S. State Department stated that it hasn't seen a credible Israeli plan for a military operation in Rafah, addressing its concerns. In the U.S., police have arrested several pro-Palestinian protesters in New York's Columbia University and City College. Such student-led demonstrations have been happening across universities in the country. The police removed protesters from the university's Hamilton Hall, which was a stronghold of the demonstrations. The university has urged the police to stay on campus till the 17th of May. In a first, the United Kingdom sent an asylum seeker to Rwanda under a voluntary scheme. His application was previously rejected. The Irish police have started dismantling about 200 tents of housing asylum seekers in Dublin to deal with rising migration. Other international news, the Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has ordered additional weapons to sustain the pace of Russia's ground offensive in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged the United States to expedite weapons deliveries to confront the advancing Russian troops. A Russian missile attack on Ukraine's Odessa city resulted in at least 3 deaths, several injuries, and damage to civilian infrastructure. The Philippines has accused China's Coast Guard of heightening tensions in the South China Sea after using water cannons damaging 2 Philippine vessels. A Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson on the South China Sea matters said that China had directly used a water cannon against one of its vessels for the first time. China launched its maiden sea trials for the Fujian, its domestically designed and built 3rd aircraft carrier, on Wednesday. South Korea initiated talks to join a portion of AUKUS defense deal following discussions on Japan's potential entry. Japanese authorities detained a 20-year-old South Korean, he's a man, on Wednesday in connection with burnt bodies found at the Tochigi region. The US Justice Department proposed reclassifying marijuana use as a less serious federal crime, awaiting review and finalization by the White House. International Labour Day is being observed globally with renewed focus on ensuring safety and health at work amid a changing climate. Let's get you the weather now. And amidst Vietnam's scorching heat wave, with temperatures soaring to 44 degrees Celsius, Hanoi residents opted to spend their reunification day holiday inside. Vietnam's Met Office has issued warnings regarding the risks of forest fires, dehydration and also heat shocks, emphasizing that the high temperatures are likely to persist until May. In the Afghan province of Medan Wardak, gardeners are grappling with financial losses as their fruit trees have succumbed to unexpected snowfall in the midst of a flowering season. As per local Afghan farmers, hundreds of apple, apricot and cherry trees that were in flower season were destroyed by the snowfall in the last 2 days. A study by World Weather Attribution has released on Wednesday. It's found that last year's reduced rainfall had led to lower water levels in the Panama Canal and was driven by the El Nino climate phenomenon, and it's actually not by climate change. That's what they say. The World Weather Attribution study also noted that prioritizing water for human consumption over the Panama Canal contributed to shipping restrictions. On Tuesday, Kenyan President William Ruto visited Mai Mahiu town, which following a mudslide there and also flash floods that claimed the lives of at least 48 people, while 48 others remain missing. As extreme heat hits Southeast Asia, the Cambodian Wildlife Rescue Center in Takai province has built a new water pond for elephants and sprayed water on other rescued animals at the Nom Tamao Wildlife Rescue Center. So several states across India continue to bear the brunt of heat waves as well. Maximum temperatures have crossed over 40 degrees Celsius in many parts. India's Met Office has predicted that the heat wave conditions will likely continue over South Peninsular India during the next 5 days. On Wednesday, West Bengal's Kalaikunda has sizzled at 47.2 degrees Celsius, marking the highest maximum temperature and also claiming the title of India's hottest state for the day. India's Met Office has issued a red alert for severe heatwave conditions over eastern India until Thursday, with expectations of gradual diminishing thereafter. The IMD has also forecast light to moderate rainfall and snowfall over northeast India during the next 4 days. With a week-long heat wave sweeping across Bangladesh, pet shops in the capital Dhaka were seen doing what they could do best, that's cool their animals down. And some Dhaka pet shops also have installed extra fans and switched off indoor lighting to keep the place dark and cool. As per shop owners, these shops open for up to 16 hours a day to take care of their pets. Temperatures in southwest Bangladesh have remained high for over a week without any sign of storm or rain, while schools in Bangladesh are shut till May 2 unless the heat dissipates. Hunger and starvation are spreading across Sudan as the war, which erupted in April last year between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces, shows no sign of abating. Almost 18 million people in Sudan are facing high levels of acute food insecurity. Agriculture has been ravaged as farmers have had their harvested crops stolen by the RSF and also fled their lands due to violence. The Sikh community has marked the Prakash Parv to honor the 5th and the 10th Sikh Guru, the 5th of the 10 Sikh Gurus, that is, the 5th Guru, in the city of Amritsar in Punjab. Fireworks were seen and the Golden Temple was lit up. The Chilean plant-based food firm Notco has recreated the famous dish turtle soup using artificial intelligence. Now, they hope that this initiative could help raise awareness about endangered species. Notco, operating in 12 countries, crafts plant-based versions of traditional animal-based foods like hamburgers, milk, mayonnaise, and ice cream. Planning to go public in 2025, the company aims to revolutionize the food industry. In Scotland, professional mountain bikers are testing a new wearable head impact monitor designed to warn them when a rough ride could cause injury even if they haven't crashed. The HIT or HIT device is attached to the helmet and measures the G-force of a head impact that could cause concussion as well as smaller cumulative impacts experienced by riders. A new exhibition opening at the British Museum this week seeks to shine a light on the final decades of the great Renaissance artist, Michelangelo. Now, the exhibition also reunites Michelangelo's drawings with paintings done by collaborators and also a few letters written to his nephew, Leonardo Buonarroti. Fans of ABBA, they flocked to a pop-up exhibition in the Swedish city of Malmö on Tuesday, immersing themselves in the group's sounds and styles. ABBA World opened on April 29 to mark 50 years since the group's 1974 hit song on the Eurovision contest. The song was Waterloo, and it will be open in Malmö as the city hosts this year's Eurovision competition. The Ponagar Festival, the largest traditional folk festival in Vietnamese province of Can Hoa, is taking place now, and the value of heritage is consistently affirmed through this festival. The Ponagar Festival also serves as a symbol of solidarity, attracting participation from the Kin and Kam people. Famous actors Jessica Chastain, Glenn Close, Jodie Turner-Smith, as well as Kerry Washington were among the attendees at the Ralph Lauren Fall Holiday 2024 Women's Collection presentation in New York City. Sammy Hagar, the former lead singer of the American rock group Van Halen, known as the Red Rocker, in fact, was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Sammy Hagar is a singer-songwriter and guitarist with a career spanning 5 decades, and he received the 2,779th star on the Hollywood Boulevard for his contributions to the music industry. The 1970s rock-inspired stereophonic and play nominations for the 2024 Tony Awards, American theater's highest honors, followed the cabaret at the Kit Kat Club and Appropriate. Alicia Keys' musical Hell's Kitchen also received 13 nominations for the Tony Awards, and the nominations were announced by the award committee on Tuesday. So the winners of the 2024 Tony Awards will be announced on June 16 at a ceremony there that also marks the 77th anniversary of the awards honoring Broadway's talent. Margot Robbie, also known for her role as Barbie, and is reportedly in talks to play the title character in Warner Brothers' adaptation of the independent comic Evangeline. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of the highest paid movie stars globally, is facing allegations of habitual tardiness and unprofessionalism from people involved with his upcoming movie, The Red One. Renowned Pakistani singer Atif Aslam, famous for his Bollywood hits, is set to make his Malayalam debut in the actor Shane Nigam's upcoming romantic entertainer, which is called Hal. Fans caught a glimpse of actor Prabhas's character from the highly anticipated pan-Indian film Kalki 2898 AD during a television broadcast of the Indian Premier League 2024. The veteran Bollywood singers Sunidhi Chauhan and Shreya Ghoshal caused a stir on Instagram with a rare selfie, earning praise from fans as the singing queens of their nation. In the Indian Premier League, Chennai Super Kings will look to break away from the middle table deadlock as they clash with Punjab Kings later tonight in Chennai. The Mumbai Indians captain Hardik Pandya has been fined 2.4 million rupees for his team's second slow over rate offence against the Lucknow Super Giants. 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafa Nadal fell in straight sets to Jiri Lehecka. This is in the fourth round of the Madrid Open, marking his final appearance at this tournament. He's retiring later this year, in fact. Carlos Alcaraz, in fact, battled and he did well, so he's moved up. Now, top seeds Yannick Sinner fought from a set down to beat Karen Khachanov of Russia 5-7, 6-3, 6-3 to reach the Madrid Open quarterfinals. The world number one Iga Swiatek has recovered from losing the opening set and then beat the Brazilian Beatriz Haddad. She won 4-6, 6-love, 6-2, quite a thrashing in the end, and moved into the Madrid Open semi-finals. The Indo-Australian pair of Rohan Bopanna and Matthew Ebden bowed out of the Madrid Open after a shocking first-round loss to Sebastian Corda and Jordan Thompson. Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. scored twice to snatch a 2-2 draw at Bayern Munich in an entertaining Champions League semi-final first leg. Borussia Dortmund will square off with Paris Saint-Germain. This is going to happen in their Champions League semi-final, which is the first leg of the tie, happening Wednesday. And finally, more than 500 recipes have been created by several chefs to feed the 15,000 athletes at the Paris 2024 Olympic Village. So that's all we have in Express News. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much for being with us. Namaskar.